Thank you for doing this. Just with lots of eyes around the world on Saints Brighton, the viewers perhaps don't know about your background. Can you just tell us how special Brighton is to you?
Yeah, it's a club close to my heart. I played there for 5 years as a player, at the Withdean Stadium, and had a relatively successful time there, 3 promotions and things, and really enjoyed, made some good friends, good people, and built some sort of reputation there. Then I had the opportunity to go back as assistant manager to 3 managers, and again gave me an education, gave me a real a kick in football, and I got real people, real good people there that helped me along my way. People like Paul Barber, people like Tony Bloom, really helped me in my progression. And it's a club close to my heart. It won't be on Boxing Day, but yeah, a place that I've been really fortunate in my time to work for some real good football clubs and with good people, and Brighton's right up there.
I think you had your first taste as a manager at Brighton, didn't you? And how much do you remember that first game, which was also, I think, on Boxing Day?
It was. I remember it well. I didn't have the best starts again. We were 2 down after 11 minutes from an ex-Albion player, but we managed to come back, draw 2-2, and then the next fixture I took was Fulham. We won 2-0. So, I managed to remain unbeaten as a Brighton manager, which gave me a taste for it. But I felt I was ready then, and that gave me a real taste for being a manager, and the education I had there working under Sami Hyypiä, Oscar Garcia, and then especially Chris Hughton taught me a lot about being a manager, and it was an invaluable experience. But as I said, come Boxing Day, I won't be thinking too much about that.
And I know you haven't thought too much about Brighton yet, but from the sort of what you have seen, what have you made of them under Roberto De Zerbi?
They're a fantastic side. They're a real good, forward-thinking, real difficult side to play against. We're going to have to be at our best to get anything. But this is the test we want. This is the test of Premier League football, and we're going to come up against some fantastic sides, and Brighton are no different.
And I know you were excited about your first home game here. What about your first home Premier League game when you've got twice the crowd you had tonight and everything? What sort of occasion is that?
It's a fantastic occasion, and it really is, and that's why we came here, But we're building something, and we need a buy-in from everyone. We need a bit of patience in terms of, because I said it wasn't built in a day, but at the end of the day, we won the game here tonight, and there might be grumblings or rumblings. I don't know. There might be Lincoln fans. I don't know. There might not have been Brighton, Southampton ones. So as I said, we're trying to build something, and it starts again now, because this is a positive, but it's different competition now come Boxing Day, and we're gonna go at it head on.
Wish you well.
Just a quick one from me. Gavin Bazunu started tonight. Obviously, Alex McCarthy started in the previous round. Is he your first choice for the Premier League as well now, Gavin?
We've got competition. We've got 3 goalkeepers here that we trust, and I know Alex really well, and Gavin obviously. Gavin was the starting keeper when I came, and against Liverpool we had a fantastic game, so I didn't feel no reason to change. This is a different cup game from a normal one where you probably would have rotated slightly more. This gave us a little bit of rhythm going into the Brighton game, so that's why we went with the side that we did. So no, there's no one that's a categorical starter. It's competition right throughout the squad. If my centre forwards don't score, then we have others that we bring in. If my fullbacks or my centre halves don't defend well enough, then we have others in the team, and that's what we need. But there's no categorical number one or anything. There's competition.
Yeah, Nathan. If my memory serves me well, did you act as an interpreter at Brighton at one stage to one of the managers?
No, I was assistant manager, but I also spoke Spanish, which helped me. So, but I went there as Oscar Garcia's assistant, yes, which meant that because I spoke Spanish, I ticked the box. So that was one of the prerequisites for an assistant manager there.
You sort of helped him out, did you, on that aspect?
Yeah. But he spoke decent English. It's just the staff around him and stuff like that. It helped. But yeah, I wasn't an interpreter. I was assistant manager.
Well, I didn't.
Yeah.
Some of this stuff. Now, how much a challenge? I mean, Premier League manager now. It all starts. You stay at home here. How much of a challenge is it for you, and how much have you wanted this sort of moment to arrive?
Well, look, I always wanted to be a footballer, and I've managed to do that for 23 years, and I had a career that I was proud of. Never played in the Premier League, so you always want to do stuff at the highest level. I wanted to play in the Premier League. I wasn't good enough, but I managed to carve a career out, which I was proud of. And then I always wanted to go into coaching, and I did that. And then eventually, when I coached at a number of places, I felt I could be a manager. So that's why I embarked on, chose I felt the right one in terms of going to Luton, and I've built something there, and wanted to get Luton to the Premier League. Then I felt the quicker way was to go to Stoke and get to the Premier League and things, and then come back to Luton and try to get them to the Premier League, and then eventually I've managed to get there while building a career. So yeah, I've always wanted to work at the highest level, but I needed the right opportunity, because I wouldn't have just left Luton for anything. But I'm really sort of proud to be the manager of this football club. So I'm excited about the challenge, and it is a challenge, but I'm excited about it.
Yeah. Is there a manager you sort of can phone up and get a bit of help with occasionally? Do you keep an idea with other managers or talk to other managers? Any advice you can get?
Look, I've had a bit of a mentor with Paul Hart and things throughout my time, and he's taught me. But look, Premier League football is totally different in terms of everything. So I don't think I can ring up Pep or Jurgen to say, look, any chance to do, because that's not what we do, and we play differently. We're a different club and everything. But no, look, we've been given this opportunity because we do things in a certain way. I think tonight you showed a team that wanted to attack, that wanted to play quickly, that tried to create chances, and I think we did that. And we're one game into our tenure. Yeah, we took Liverpool, which was a break, but you only had a day to work, and there's not a manager in the world that would have categorically changed anything in a day. So this was the first one, and we're building something, and hopefully if we can implement everything that we want to do, then we'll become a better team.
Carl Peters obviously played 60 minutes tonight. Is he ready to play 90 at the weekend? How's he getting his way?
Well, I was getting have to build him in, because we can't push them. So 60 minutes was always the plan tonight, and that's the thing as well. We don't just have to win a football game tonight, but we have to implement people, because this is effectively like our final pre-season game for going back into thing, which you have to take into consideration as well. So look, there's a lot that are coming back from certain things, a lot that we're building up. And that probably showed a bit tonight.
What did you make of his performance though?
But yeah, I thought he did okay. I thought he was lively, he was bright. Defensively, not a problem in terms of anything. And then going forward, we want a bit more from him once he gets rhythm, but he'll get there.